Start in child's pose. Sit the hips back to the heels. Stretch the arms forwards. Spread the fingers. Bring the forehead down towards the mat. Close the mouth and the eyes. Take deep breaths in and out through the nose. Finding a soft ujjayi sound of breath. Threading one arm underneath you. Lay the ear and the shoulder towards the ground. Notice the hips lift high. Use the opposite hand to press the floor away. We're trying to open our top shoulder here, being actively strong as we twist. Taking 5 breaths on each side, and when you finish your 5, you switch arms. Lay the opposite shoulder down, the back of the shoulder, the opposite ear, and just be mindful of your hips. Try to keep your hips as level as possible as you twist the other side. Finding your way to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Arching the lower back to cow stretch, and then rounding the upper back to cat stretch. Articulating the spine. Press the belly the opposite direction again and lift the head and the eyes. Then tuck the chin right to the chest as you round the upper back. Pull the shoulder blades down the back as you flatten the belly to the floor. And fiercely pull the shoulder blades apart as you stretch the upper back. And we keep moving in and out of this posture. 5 times in cat. 5 times in cow. Beginning to synchronize the breath. 1 breath to 1 move. So it's an inhale on cow stretch. It's an exhale on cat stretch. Lifting the hips now. Knees are off the floor. You're coming to a modified downward dog position. So notice the rib cage. The body is touching the legs and my knees are bent. My heels are high off the floor. I'm just trying to lift my sit bones high. Begin to paddle the feet by bending one knee and pushing the opposite heel down. Breathing in and out through the nose each time that you switch legs. Notice fiercely pressing the ground away, spreading the 5 fingers flat onto the mat and pressing the ears right back through the biceps so that you're not only straightening and stretching the legs, but you're really opening through your upper back and your shoulders. Taking 5 repetitions on each side. And then pressing both heels down maybe to finish. Notice slight movement in my hips. I just swing my hips from side to side. It might feel good for you. You step your right foot forwards between your hands. You come to a kneeling lunge position. Tucking the back hip underneath you. Taking a great stretch into the psoas, the hip flexor. You want to squeeze your glute hard. And imagine you're lifting your waist off your body. Five breaths. Stay with the same rhythm, keeping the mouth closed, in and out through the nose. Press back to downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot forwards, kneeling position. Your body should be upright here, your hips under your shoulders. And rather than collapsing the hips or the lower back, think about engaging the lower abdominals, tucking the pelvis under, squeezing the glutes, and feeling strong through the core as you stretch the hip. We're doing great things to unload any tension through the lower back. Step back to downward facing dog, take another breath. And then moving to a lunge sequence. So right foot steps outside right hand, twist the right arm to the ceiling and press back to downward dog. Left foot steps outside left hand, twist with the left arm and look up. And then press back to downward facing dog. So quite dynamic now. Just taking one breath as you turn and twist. So it's inhaling as you step, and it's exhaling as you twist. Notice the front leg is bent, the heel is down, in line with the hand, and the back leg stays powerful and straight. You take 5 of these on each side. So that's 10 lunge twist repetitions. You're staying with your rhythm and your flow. Make it feel good in your body. Relaxing the face as you go. You come down, staying on the right side on your final rep. So you're in a lizard position. Sink the back hip now. My right hand goes on my right knee and I push my right knee out to the side. You may be able to find your way onto your elbows. You could even use a block here to help you work down slightly deeper. Taking a couple of breaths and changing sides. Left foot to outside of left hand. One twist. Lowering the back knee down, unraveling the back toes. Left hand on left knee, press the knee out to the side. Take a twist. Climb down onto the elbows, but note, we try not to round the upper back too much here. So if you're rounding lots, just stay up onto your hands. Focus on lengthening through the spine rather than having the pursuit to get to the floor. Sometimes you want to stay on one side more than the other. You must have felt tighter here. And you work your way to the top of the mat. You're in a hip width apart forward fold position. Ragdoll. So cradle the elbows. Bring the crown of the head down to the floor. Soft knee bend. Let's try and connect the body with the thighs. Belly is strong, but let the upper body swing. Release off through the shoulder girdle, let the neck fall, the face relax. Then press your hands to your shins and lift your chest actively to a tabletop position. Strong active posture here, pull shoulder blades down the back. Finish with another breath out, completely let go in your full forward fold. Stepping back to downward facing dog. One last breath. And finishing where we began in child's pose.